Hi, everybody. Good afternoon. Yeah, sorry. Firstly and foremost, I'd like to make an apology in regards to the interview that I was going to have with Silvio Simac. I had a bit of a chaotic time, just to sort of be transparent for you, sort of great viewers and listeners out there. I had a bit of a technical problem. I don't know what it was on this, not just the platform, but in regards to the new security that they have on Facebook or Meta. In being able to gain access to this StreamYard, because I have multiple platforms now, this wouldn't actually usually be interviewed live for Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube, which is live now. So I'm just letting you guys know in the foreseeable future. As Silvio is a very busy man, he is pretty booked up. So yeah, as most people, lesson learned. If you have something in regards to certain gadgets that are happening on there, they do kind of throw you off guard and throw the spanner in the works when they try and do that, when they lock you out. So be aware of this, folks. Anyone that's using multiple platforms or even any form of security on your phone, please do check that. Now, I wasn't aware of this. This is quite new for me. If you're locked out of your account, they've got a new form of some security system placed on your devices or even on your laptop. So if you're locked out, please check them, because they've got a new security system just to make people aware of Meta and whether it's your phone or any other sort of devices that you're using on Facebook and Meta. They do lock you out. I don't know why. For some reason, it's just a new security system. Sometimes maybe you might have pressed something accidentally. I'm not quite sure what's happened with the devices. You might have knocked something and it's just changed settings, or even you have something there from another device that you're linked in with. Do check, because I've had this now and on numerous occasions, even on my Facebook lives. Some people have had some problems in regarding to gain access, not just to the StreamYard studio here, but actual Facebook, because I spoke to Bob Sykes off the camera. I am in close links with Bob Sykes. Yes, martial arts illustrated former editor and owner of Martial Arts Illustrated. Yeah, I'm currently helping him with that as well, because I know he wants to be able to do some interviews for the other martial artists and people that are doing some interviews with Paul Barnett as well, possibly even before the UK Martial Arts show in Doncaster Dome starts in the 6th and 7th of May. So yeah, that's what I'm trying to do at the moment, trying to sort of get some interviews in, and even prior to that, just a little bit of a taster to let you know what's going on in the UK Martial Arts show, and also the UK Martial Arts Hall of Fame Awards, which will possibly be, I think, as far as I remember and I'm aware of, will be on the 7th of May, on the Sunday the 7th of May, where the UK Martial Arts Award. It's generally done on a monthly basis, as far as I'm aware, as well. I can remember on the top of my head when I spoke to Bob. Silvio Simac is a very busy guy, as most other people know that have worked with him and even sort of with him now. I think in regards to my own personal experience, he is a very, very sort of tight scheduled guy. As I mentioned, he's mentioned even with Scott Adkins, lucky to get 10 minutes, but obviously it's different if it's a premiere and things like that, because that's what they're doing. If it's their actual job, at the time when they're actually getting interviewed for the film, or before or after, that's obviously a bit booked in, it's different. But as myself, as I've learned in regards to when you get thrown a spanner in the works with your own technology, in regards to other platforms, please be aware of Facebook, Meta, where if you've locked yourself out or some gadgets locked you out for some reason, I'm not sure, I'm sort of looking into it, once I figured out what's happened, because I know even there's some other things, some teething problems with Facebook Meta in regards to being on Facebook Live directly, because I've had it with myself with the camera behind the dashboard, trying to be able to do that. As far as I can remember, you have to be on a particular suitable software or platform or browser that's suited to your device. Now, if you're on Apple or on iPad, it's generally on either Firefox, number one Firefox, or Google Chrome, which will be useful as well for anything with an iPad or iPhone sort of software device, and anything in regards to Windows or Dell laptop, anything like that. You would have to use the default settings on your laptop or sort of on a sort of device or desktop device. You'd have to reset to default settings, and that will bring you back to everything, on factory settings or anything like that, or even sort of default settings from the actual browser, and then that will bring you back to your web camera or other devices that are set up for the dashboard, as far as I'm aware, and as far as I can remember. I thought I'd sort of let you know, because there's been a lot of teething problems and a lot of difficulties, been quite chaotic, not just for myself but other people trying to get some interviews in, even with Zooms as well. I've noticed that there's some glitches, and not just glitches but also things regarding like, for example, filters as well that are used that you may not be aware of, that have been attached to, or the filters and apps attached to the actual Zoom. There's been a number of different things that have happened to me. Seriously, they've thrown things randomly at me, and it can be quite, well, best way, bit of a headache for some people. But I think it was a relief for me to actually get back on the platform, on Facebook Live and other platforms, multiple streams of social media again, because obviously I've got some important things to say as well in regards to the up and coming events, not just this month, but in the next up and coming few months as well. My guests that I've got, and I've got, it's quite important to me, or very important to other guests. I know this isn't my main job, but this is also, as I would say, a great passion of mine, and I feel honoured having the guests that I have, not just like the likes of Silvio Simac, but also Bob Sykes himself, Paul Barnett, and also Luci Del Guardo, that's also in the martial arts world in regards to like the jiu-jitsu, and his podcast as well, Walk the Talk podcast, or Luci Del Guardo, fantastic guy. We're in talks as well. I like to sort of be in good terms with all the martial artists of their field, because that's my passion and that's what I love. And I've learned to let go as well in regards to when these chaotic times try and challenge us. It's been great talking to Bob Sykes just behind the camera and off the social media. Very chilled, relaxed, and got some great words of wisdom from himself in regards to just doing the show as well. If I don't always come up, and there'll be times when I say that there'll be there, here, should I say, or rephrase that, here on the show. It's obviously because I've got a family, and it's important, and like I said yesterday on the Facebook Live, an interview with Gareth Riddy. You know, we have a burnout. You get a burnout, you know, and even the same as all of you folks out there that have got a full-time job, when you've watched this on the replay, it's important to take care of yourself as self-care. You know, we sometimes forget ourselves as much as we want to look after other people. So please look after yourself, and gadgets and social media and everything else, I know, put that aside. But I know the most important thing is, you know, it's to take care of yourself as well. You know, don't forget to look after yourself. You know, good to anybody out there if you're not looking after yourself either. So yeah, in regards to that, thanks, folks. You know, I'd sort of give you sort of the heads up of what's been happening, and hopefully, you know, in the foreseeable future, when things are not as up and down with technology and our gadgets and things that throw a spanner in the works when you least expect it, it's just more of how you respond to it. And I'm just glad I managed to get back on, to be honest with you. In regards to that, my next guest that I have on the list is Mark Stars. Yes, he will be at the UK martial arts show at the Doncaster Dome. It'll be Monday next week, Monday the 10th of April. Mark Stars will be on the show, on the Phil Carew Show 2.0. And Silvio Simac, absolutely fantastic guy, busy man. It'd be great to have him on again. Unfortunately, due to unforeseen circumstances with these locks, I don't know what's going on with these gadgets, you know, these days, you know, especially with phones. As you can see, my phone has locked me out. I have no idea why, but there you go. It's your new security thing. But I found a way to get myself back in. There you go. And yeah, I had to find my other gadget to be able to make sure I have a little bit of backup. That was only then afterwards when I managed to gain access. Sometimes it's good to have other form of backup. But there you go. You know, I actually value the time that other people give me as well. So if it's not happening today, it's not meant to be. You know, life happens. That's the way things go, you know. And I actually realised that it's pretty weird when it comes to things like this, when something happens and it throws you off guard. It's just how you respond to it, really, like with anything or with most things. Anyway, folks, if you're not aware of what to do in regards to being able to get into your phone, or if you're on social media and you're locked out for some reason, it's because, none of which I've just noticed and realized, it's because if you've got another device that's linked to it, if you've got any other devices linked to your account, because sometimes you do, you know, you may have another gadget or form of device that's attached to your social media, so you've got no form of access on that. They will send you a code via email or your phone, and that will try and access, and then they'll go through, I think, a couple of steps to reopen and unlock your account to be able to get through. So anyone out there that's watching, if you're trying to get through to somebody and your phone's locked, and that's what's happened, I thought I'd give you that bit of an insight just to let you folks know what's going on. But yeah, like I said, I do apologise once again. Unfortunately, weren't able to get Silvio. I think Silvio Simac was trying to get back into the studio. I think it was either, if it wasn't on StreamYard, I think on here, it was on Zoom and possibly on Facebook somewhere on there. But phones, gadgets, everything, they do some funny things to you. But anyway, on a fun note, without further ado, I'd like to bid you farewell and a good day. And my thought of the day is relax. This is from my own words and my own thoughts, from my own personal experience today. Don't take anything personally, whatever happens today, because I know there's some works that's going, whatever it's going on around there. There are certain things that happen to us, and it's more of how you respond and deal with it. So don't be hard on yourself, whatever happening out there for you out in the world. Just take care of yourself and don't be too hard on yourself either. Chill, relax, have a cup of tea, which is what I'm about to do. Namaste. And Nam Myoho Renge Kyo for my Nichiren Buddhist friends. All right. Adios. Ciao. Au revoir. Hasta luego. Phil Carew Show 2.0. We'll be back later, but I'll have some other news. No doubt I'll have some fun stories, some strange and weird, wonderful stories. And don't forget to check out 2 podcasts that I would recommend. Walk and Talk, Walk the Talk with Lucio Del Guardo podcast, and also Chew the Fat with Lee Hager. Now, it's not always everyone's cup of tea. It can be quite dry, and there's certain things of sort of certain topics and humour that people might not like. But in saying that, he is a funny guy, and Chew the Fat crew, they're absolutely fantastic. Down to earth, funny, open-minded, great people. Check them out on Spotify. Chew the Fat with Lee Hager. Right, folks, I'm off.